When the flame is lit, truth will gather.
Top of leg one.
It's Monday.
Peace to God. Peace to God.
Peace to the gods. How you feeling?
Oh yeah, we doing good, man. We hyped up. We always hype and lit.
I see.
We non-stop action all around the clock, trying to take down the beast and free our people from the beast mentally. Free ourselves from mental slavery, like Bob Marley said. Nothing but ourselves can free our mind.
Hey, that's
Have
real.
no fear for atomic energy. Well, none of them can stop at the time. Yeah, but we got to free our own minds by being more intelligent, by learning more and getting more knowledge. Knowledge is power. Yeah.
You know what's crazy? You know, we be going week to week and we be having some amazing conversations. And then I'd be like, damn, what we gonna talk about the young elder today? But only thing I kept seeing like I thought I had to acknowledge, I was gonna say something to you, was how all the ignorance is going on right now, all the hate that's going on right now. People out here tricking themselves out their spot, getting tricked out their spot, going to the penitentiary for the dumbest shit.
Right.
I'm sitting and listening to how many TOSs we got, and it's people knocking up their daddies, it's people knocking up their girlfriends, it's people just doing random stuff to people close to them. They're not even getting,
shit. Yeah, I see that too. I see that in the algorithm too.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And I'm glad you brought that up earlier.
It's a daughter like a young daughter that killed her mother. Like I don't know if it was by accident or what. It's just the storyline it just sound like crazy ass scenarios that happen that don't happen to us that have been happening to us. Yeah, it sound like crazy scenarios.
Nah, man, and I was thinking about that too. I was like, damn, it gotta be some kind of spell or something going on because it's too many people. There's no such thing as coincidence. It's too many people going through the exact same thing with their wives, too many people going through the exact same thing with their parents, with their kids, with their immediate loved ones. And I'm telling you, it's a frequency that they putting out there. They fucking us up, man. And ain't nobody paying attention to this. But look at the divorce rate of our people.
Yeah.
It's a lot of weird shit going on.
It's a long.
Huh?
Go ahead. My bad. I'm really good.
It's just something weird that, like the other day, and I ain't watched the game, none of that. But right after it was all said and done, you already know it's gonna fuck up the algorithm. And the first thing they said was Cardi B said that she was in debt millions, and they were like millions of dollars, and she was like, no, millions of souls. And it hit different. It hit different. Go ahead. What you saying?
Yeah. Bruno Mars, all of them, man, all of them, because they part of it's the Baphomet. That's another side of this. That's what the Baphomet control the industry. It's got different mechanisms. You got to go through different stages in that order to get to where you go. You know what I'm saying? With the money wise and the fame. He's about fame. He sells fame. That's what he said. But talk about this. The prison industrial complex and the architects of that idea is sinister, man. It's sinister the way they set the mechanisms up to entrap us into prison. And it's dealing around the 13th Amendment. The 13th Amendment legalized slavery. To where now, if you go do a crime, you can be put into slavery. Now in this mechanism, boy, it's a long, drawn out, ass wiping process. The way they send you through the thing. First of all, you going into there as they bring you in as an artificial person, and apply artificial crimes to most of these guys. That's why Judge Joe Brown say 97% 97% of the people plead guilty to because they don't know no better. And so they plead guilty to most of these crimes, which are codes, regulations, and ordinance, and they are really not laws, technically. They are really not laws if they don't align with the Constitution. Right? Yeah, you got real crime and you got artificial crime. Real crime is murder, burglary, stealing, where somebody take loss, financial loss, physical loss to their self, their property, or their family. That's real crime, right? So if you break in somebody's house, steal their stuff, or somebody get hurt, boom, that's a real crime. Not selling things without a license, because they paint to you that selling drugs is bad, but then the pharmacy sell drugs all day long. Some of them open 24 hours a day selling dope. You know what I'm saying? And pharmacy is witchcraft as well. Keep in mind, crack is which is a potion that's witchcraft. But so selling stuff without a license, because they came over and said that you can't do this unless you have a license. You can't go buy you can't go fishing on our own damn land. They're gonna tell us we can't go fishing unless we got a license from them. We can't go hunting for a wild game in Buffalo, and this was a part of our fishing, and Buffalo was a part of our culture and our survival over here. And they came and said you can't do it without a license. Now, what is the license? License is the bonds, is a contract. A license is a monetization. So it's all about they had to monetize our culture, and then make us we got to get a license from them to practice our culture. And if we don't get a license from them, it's illegal. It's illegal to practice this without a license. They only can practice, right, these things, which is why they call their lawyer law practice. They all practicing. Even the doctors, they call it this is doctor practice. It's a practice. Everybody's practicing, and everybody's got to get a license to do that practice, right? This is what they telling us on our own land. So this stimulate all these crimes that I'm telling you about. Selling, you trying to make a living selling something. It don't matter if they deemed it illegal because they selling it. They selling coochie in Las Vegas, and it's legal. Like, as long as you got a license.
As long as you pay them.
The Bunny Ranch. The Bunny Ranch. They got more than one. All these joints, right? Who helping them was selling coochie for 70 years, and nobody said nothing to him. Yeah, he's selling coochie worldwide. Hugh Hefner, the biggest white pimp that ever lived. To me.
Let's talk about that too. I want to talk about that too, because not the way these lames drag Diddy, and I don't give a fuck about Diddy, but not the way these lames drag Diddy and drag Michael Jackson and drag R. Kelly and everything else. And you lame y'all ain't got nothing to say about what's going on around us. 85% of people around you are pedophiles. 85% of the people around you are sex offenders. Right. And they made the black man the face of crime because we sell weed, because we sell dope, because we mind our business. We might do whatever we do tribal wise, because ain't nobody just getting hit up for no reason. It's tribal warfare. But that's the same thing. Even when they hit us with that lame ass black on black violence, ain't killing Latinos all throughout Mexico right now. Like, whites ain't killing whites all around the globe and always have been. Everything is vice versa. We got tricked, man. We got tricked. And for the ones that were like always outlaws, and they had us back and forth in jail and everything else. And now I guess you would call us the wise ones now because we survived. A lot of people our age, and you know what I'm saying, that for yourself, coming from where you coming from, a lot of people didn't make it.
Nah, hell no.
Now we here, and the crazy part about it, I'm looking around, and I'm you know what I'm saying, I did a little stint my damn self, and I come home, and these niggas still doing the same exact shit.
Yeah.
Mind you, you know what flock cameras are, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the new cameras. They got the new cameras, man. On the police, they got it, man. Yeah, you can go in on that. Yeah, it's a lot of
bro. Crime from a caveman perspective is dead. We got to think big. we gotta be, if you
That's
ain't
all right.
and I ain't saying do no crime, like the name of the game is, but everything we do is a crime, let them tell it. Be it at
Yeah.
one point in time, having locks was a crime. One point in time, having a hoodie on is a crime. Selling loose cigarette, everything is a crime. Like you said, they can't get paid for it. So it's
Yeah.
like at this point, this is why I keep on preaching about like ducking off and getting our own and ducking off. This is why it's so important.
Yeah.
As soon as we, this is why niggas are so serious about that whole indigenous American thing. Because the faster we start talking about, no, we indigenous American, we Indian, we on our own land. Y'all mind your business. Don't come over here because we gonna scalp you. You see what I'm saying? That's why we scream that, not because it sound cool and everything else, but because we tired of what they doing to the Sandra Bland, to Trayvon Martin, and 1,000 other ancestors unknown that we don't know about. The man, come on, man. How many Trayvon Martins or Emmett Tills are they gonna get? In between, I'm talking about in between. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's crazy.
They made private facilities. See, they didn't give me as no grown man. They got me as a kid. But stupidity is an all-time high right now. That you got grown men trying to join gangs and grown men doing drills and everything else. Bro, after a certain age, you got to sit down. This is a young man's game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. They haven't. You know, something now that I'm doing the research paper right now on the prison industry complex, and I'm finding out that this whole game really was set up for us to like it is. It's set up for you to get caught up. It's set up for you to fail. For you specifically us, like us, our color. It's set up for us to fail. That's why, like, it's not just stupidity. They nurtured stupidity. They watered it. I'm gonna tell you. They said it. They said it in their documents. Look, I went back and read the documents that they came out with. See, look, before everything, the 13 colonies was set up as prisons, colonies, by the Moors, the dirty Moors from Britain. They sent white convicts over here, like 300,000 of them, to set up and build these colonies. They were convicts. So America was started by convicts. Keep that in mind. I'm not talking about our land, Turtle Island. I'm talking about the 13 colonies.
Thanks.
And the United States Corps. The United States Corps with the third when they only had a little bit of land on our East Coast. Those 13 colonies were penal colonies set up by the dirty Moors who brought white convicts over. This right here was in 1715. From 1715 to 1773, they worked as slaves. They really were Slavics, but they didn't call them Slav. They call them white servitude. It was white servitude, right? And they worked for 60 years until they got mad at the dirty Moors, the British Moors, because they were from America, but we had went populated and took over a whole bunch of empires. Our empire expanded the world, right? The Moors, but some of our Moors became dirty Moors, and these British brought these white convicts over here, and then eventually 1773 they turned on them. King George was a Moor, the third. They turned on King George and started the American Revolution. Right. And then once they got to thinking they was getting King George off their back, but they really didn't, because he locked them into a financial game. Still to this very day, we still in that game called the Federal Reserve. Or the Federal Reserve has come later, but it leads up to that game, right? And then look at this. From that idea, they start setting up these prison colonies. And the reason why they set them up is because they can't expedite you out the country, because you as Moors and indigenous people to this land, you are bound to the land by heritage. So they can't. So when an African, you got to think about this. When an African come over here, an African is, if he do a crime that ain't a real crime, like murder, you know what I'm saying, what them crimes that I called out that were real crimes, he get sent back to his country. But if you gonna get sent back to no country, because this is your country, so they just put you in jail. So what they said is, we got to create more jails to house these Moors, and we got to create an amendment that we can enslave them and then warehouse them, and then use them and then contract them out. So they started creating more private-owned prisons after the 13th Amendment, after they ratified the 13th Amendment to modify slavery. And then so they started and that's why black. If you look at 85% of the prisons is filled with Moors who they reclassified as black Negroes and coloreds.
And
right?
you know what's crazy, G? You not to cut your wisdom real quick, but you know when you in prison, right? You get your state ID, right?
Yeah.
They only got 2 races in prison. You know that?
Yeah. White, black.
White, black. If you're Latino, you're white. If you anything outside of a nigga, you are white. They do not look at Latino. None of all of them are whites and blacks. That's it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So the some Latinos get classified as black. It depends on how they some Latinos, but that's the ones that's with us, right? That's really not Latinos. They really the La Familias, the brown race, the brown people. They're not the infiltrators, the Spaniards. But once they get you, okay, so they set up that 13th Amendment so they can ratify to make slavery, right? So now they can lock you up and for commercial crimes, because all crimes are commercial in this system. Even murder, they label murder as a commercial crime, but murder is really a common law crime that we had on the land as land laws. Thou shalt not kill go back to the guard laws or to the Ma'at, the laws for our ancestors, the laws of Ma'at, right?
I say, because we don't go by laws of thou shalt not kill. We go for laws of the land. You see what I'm saying? We could say we don't go by the laws of the eye for the eye, but in traditions of tribal, everything is balanced. So if you take
we do eye for eye. Oh yeah, we do eye for eye now. Our people
let's get some of your blood. That's how in the indigenous traditions, when we took prisoners of war and anything like that, if y'all killed one of mine, we can kill one of yours, or we can take one of yours. You see what I'm saying? Also, before we go too far, you said some shit, and you be saying some shit. You be saying some shit. You said King George was what?
But more.
You can see that coin?
Yeah, I can see it.
That's a King George coin, and it's almost a replica of a Barbados penny. When you watch that system of John Wick, and they're paying with everything from a coin, right? He says, "I serve and I am of service." They got that from the Moors. That whole concept, when you say so, what was a contract business? Look at John Wick. Everything they think about it. When John Wick had to go highlight the high table, who was the high table? Even though they didn't make him a black Moor, it was a Muslim dude in the middle of Saudi Arabia. In
Morocco. No, they was in Morocco. They was in Morocco in the desert.
Right. But you so go ahead.
Yeah. See, you know about the John Wick connection, right? With the Morocco and the Al Madrid. They connect back with where they usurped the Moors and set up their base. They set up a base there, these avatars that look like us, but they ain't us. And they call themselves the Zionist guys. But like I was saying, I'm gonna get to that. I'll tie that in. The 13th Amendment, boom, they set up these prisons, privately owned prisons that make money. Now they set up, they got all of these crimes, which are codes, statutes, and regulations that they set up where they know you, in order for you to make money, you're gonna have to break these unless you get a license from them, which they charging they charge. I was trying to set up a snow cam stand. They charging me $500 for a permit just to sit my machine right there, just to sit on my own land. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, right? So the license thing. So the license thing was to create more crimes. So where they can, if they whatever it was, they monetized it, and that's how they monetized it with the license and the contract. Now, if they couldn't monetize it, they demonetized it and they called it illegal, right? So anything that's illegal is demonetized. That means that if you get caught, somebody said turn your phone up, or Risha turn your phone up, in the chat.
No, I was telling them, they said somebody in the chat said they couldn't hear you, but everybody else hear you great. So I told him to turn the phone up.
Oh, okay, all right, yeah, bet. Okay. Yeah, so boom, they put the lower courts are all fraud. Me and Rod already cracked the codes and found out that the Adjudication Act was after they hijacked the Constitution, so it's a fruits of a poisonous tree. Even the Supreme Court already ruled on it, that it was a fruits of a poisonous tree, and several people beat them in court on it, at the Supreme Court. So everything that falls out of the Adjudication Act is fraud. That Adjudication Act set up the Federal Reserve that created all these new laws, all these new federal regulations and acts. It's pretty much all acts. No, they call them laws, but they really federal acts. Acts for this, acts for that. The Patriot Act or the Patent Act where they stole our technology. The Copyright Act where they stole all of our maps and changed them around, and all of our books and ancient artifacts and changed them around. Or the Residential Act where they locked us into this paradigm of this federal jurisdiction. And so now we all they created the states. The states is not the actual land; it's a state of existence. And each state of existence become an all-cap franchise, and they serving burgers and fries. And if you bite down into them, you come into their jurisdiction without knowing it. By getting a license, even by getting a birth certificate, you become the ward of the state of a franchise corporation. All right. So now I'm getting down to the prison thing. So now that you're a ward of the state, that makes you fall under their ordinance and regulations and state laws and all these laws and acts that they created based on a federal jurisdiction and the franchise corporations. Like the state of Florida is a franchise corporation, but the Florida Republic is the real land. Florida Republic is the real land. State of Florida is the franchise corporation. So anybody that's got a license, birth certificate, born into that particular system, a state of existence, they are belong to this Federal Reserve through a whole bunch of mechanisms and serial numbers on a birth certificate and social security card. And they're now wards of the state and wards under federal jurisdiction. And so now all the laws and license, if you didn't get them, if you go out selling drugs and you ain't go to the school to become a pharmacy and get injected with Spanish Inquisition rules, and if you ain't go to their jails and all these things and all they jails, all their schools and get the certifications, and then they give you a license, then you illegal. Like Dr. Sebi. They sued Dr. Sebi up in New York for practicing medicine. Said that he was illegal because he didn't have a license. And Dr. said that he was, they lost. They lost against Dr. Sebi. And they lost. They tried to kill him and ran him up out of New York. That's why he moved to Honduras. Right? I've been down to Honduras. I got a whole video that I ain't put out yet of my trip to Honduras. I got a whole video. Right. But they end up, they killed Dr. Sebi, locked him up, and then they poisoned him, and they set him up with that $10,000. Said that he had more than $10,000 petty cash, but that's another story. But it was the same guys who put a play on Nipsey up overall about trying to talk about him and try to bring the storyline to the front. Same guys who put the play and loosen Left Eyes from TLC break line up to make her go out the road and just so happen crash because she was Go ahead.
Question. I remember that, right? When Dr. Sebi, long live the king, when he passed, they called him with like 10,000, right? Well, how was he even moving like that in the first place? He was already an elder at that age. Why was he moving like that?
Well, I think that he had sold a whole bunch of his products and shit, and that he just had some like he did an event or something and had so much money on him from selling all the products.
Bro,
so
right
he didn't really. So he's just going. So he just going back with just the money that he sold. The product. He probably made like a whole bunch of products. Brought them with him at this meeting or this show that he's doing his speech. Sell all the products right there. He just get back on the plane, ain't thinking nothing of it. Get back on the plane. They let him back on the plane when he landed in Honduras. They arrest him. He pretty much that was a way to set him up and take his money.
That's what I'm just saying. Somebody like that with all this knowledge, not to move.
But he probably wasn't thinking that he probably wasn't. I'm telling you how COINTELPRO move, man. He probably wasn't thinking that, since I live in Honduras, they really ain't gonna do me. You know what I'm saying? Like, he probably was thinking that he was safe from the American people, this conglomerates, this health board, this World Health Organization. That's who they are. These guys, he thought he was safe from them by oh, I ain't really just doing like going public. I ain't public with it, but they've been watching him since he beat him, trying to kill him, right, the whole time. So I think Dr. Sebi just, he was old. Oh, he was old. He like, it wasn't like he was but Dr. Sebi, he was gonna live at least another 20, 30 years because how he eat, and just what he knew, just how he knew how to survive. He was gonna live a long time, but they killed him. But let me get down to this prison complex thing, because this shit is interesting on how they set this game up. Now, so what they did is everything under the adjudication, they set up administrative courts. They are not constitutional courts, right? So they don't abide by Constitution. They only abide by contracts. Under contracts, like license, all the registration, birth certificate. They only operate with country. They don't operate with Constitution. They're not constitutional courts. They're not Article 3 courts. Right. So everything under federal courts is pretty much fraud. Well, pretty much federal court is fraud. Really, technically, their whole system is a fraud. But once you go down to these administration courts, they don't give a damn about Constitution, about have your rights been violated. None of that. They don't give a damn about none of that. They all they give about is enforcing the contract. So if you get in there and you come in there as the straw man, as the ward of the state, and don't know the game, they're gonna serve you. Because keep in mind, courts is a place where games are played. Courts is a place where games are played, man. Yeah, they play tennis on the tennis court. They play basketball on a basketball court. And then when you go in the court of law and you think that it ain't a game being played, you better think again. I tell you, they rolling the beautiful beam footage, huh?
I got something for y'all tonight, just because it's you and me. I fuck with you, right? I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Just tell you. There are ways you can beat that court system, because there's
I got it.
In the back of the court, you see that Latin written. It's the spell. Yeah. Just like you say, they're summoning the dead being the retards, the slows, and the dummies. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's certain herbs. I'm gonna give it to you at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? But there's certain herbs you can put down. There's certain roots you can put down.
You gonna drop that.
You never got to worry. Big shout out to Hot John the Conqueror. Go ahead, though.
Yeah, hey, I'm going to remind you of that before we get out. I'm going to remind you to drop that, man, because I heard something about the sardine juice on the bottom of the shoes. My grandma let me talk about that down there. Huh?
You in Louisiana, you on that big hoodoo. But I say this. Yeah. What's your cash app?
Oh, my cash app is The Young Elder.
The Young Elder. If you cash up The Young Elder, I'm gonna give you something. Get your cousin out. If they deserve to be out with whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because some niggas need to be in there. But shit, we put something down, and I never lose. I guarantee you get these things, and you do this, you never lose. I'm gonna give it to you for free.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to drop that, because I'm studying that type of information right now. I'm restoring the information.
Say cash up one more time.
Tell me what The Young Elder. THEUNGELDER. The Young Elder.
Let me know when you drop something. That's all you gotta do. Tell me to drop something, and I'll drop something for you.
I'll drop it in the chat for you. Now, hey, look. So what they do is, if you go in there as a ward of the state and don't know the game and hadn't unplugged from the system, they pretty much just roll you through. Now, here's the conflict of interest. The lawyer, if you get one, you automatically come under their jurisdiction. And he's working for the British Accreditation Registration, which is the bar, the Crown. He working for a foreign agency. And so your lawyer, if you get him, and your lawyer and your goddamn on me the defense attorney that's going against you, that's making the complaint, because they making the person that's making the complaint is an artificial corporation, but they're using the DA to make the complaint for the artificial corporation or the franchise corporation to try to put a bond or a lien on you, right? So what they doing is, when they get you in there, you don't know the game, you get a lawyer, the judge is a member of the bar, everybody's a part of the bar. So it ain't about your rights and none of that. It's all about administrative contracts, and it's all about how much money are we gonna make off this deal. And if he can't pay us, we'll auction him off to a private owned prison. Yeah, we'll auction them off. So they become these venues on the lower level are auction blocks. That's what they are, auction blocks and
administrative contracts on bonds and because you don't got no money, right? So it's a game, right? That's so when you go in there, if you don't know the game, plead guilty. They say, oh yeah, well, this crime right here, this charge right here, carry 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, and so we could give them 15 years. Let's give them 15 years. They're gonna try to give you the max, and then and when they come to you, they say, oh yeah, well we're gonna give you 15 years if you go to court, take it to trial. But if you don't, take 7 or 8 right here, take this 8, and we'll let you out at 5. You'll do 3 years papers, and you got a deal. So most people just take the deal, and then boom. And then once you take the deal and sign your life away, not knowing, because ignorance, because they using this ignorance, they use it incompetent. But ignorance is no excuse to the law. They tell you. They sign their name over. Then once they sign their name over, the judge come back with the sentence, and then they put them on an auction block. And then different prisons in the state bid for you like you a piece of meat. Yeah, it's like, give me 10, 25, 30, 30. Oh, you got 45, 45,000, 35, 45, 25, 35. How much you got? So to this guy, Angola or Ward State Prison or Illinois State Prison. And when they get that contract, that bond, right? Now they got a 15-year bond on you. Well, you are a slave for 15 years. Modern day slavery under the 13th Amendment. Because they make you
look, these niggas so dumb. These niggas so dumb, they doing time and getting out on papers. They in the contract did time and getting papers. Now I'm like, how's you still? You did 15 years. How do you have 10 years of papers?
Right.
Look, they juicing it. Go ahead though.
Yeah, they don't got no jurisdiction, but they if you bite down into their burger and fries, they franchise corporation. You bite down when they offer you the burger and fries. If you bite down into it, you become into their jurisdiction, and that can be by silence or just by not knowing. Most people don't know. They don't speak up and say and object to the due process, or they don't even know the due process. A lot of people don't even know who they are, as far as you're not the artificial corporation that they created, the all cap straw man on your license and all of the different paperwork they use, the contracts they use to solicit you. You know what I'm saying? So check this. They auction you out to the highest bidder. They send you down here to these jails. Once you get to the jail, they serving the worst food ever to cut costs. They serving you burnt peanut butter, burnt cornflakes, burnt biscuits. Sloppy. It's pretty much slop. And a lot of prisons, some places some guys that are owners are nicer. They give you a little bit of, like Angola, where they grow their own food, and the prisoners are in charge of how their food tastes. And they grow their own cows and chickens down in Angola, Louisiana, right? So, but look, check this out. Once they get them down there, they put them on a chain gang, and then they got to work as a slave
to get
all these prisons, huh?
To get free, get some good time to get free.
Yeah, you got to work as a slave. Or else your ass get some more time for not going to work.
Chief, hold on, man. You talking about 1950? You got to be talking about 1950. Because why the fuck?
I'm talking about right
We're not that old. We're not that old to be talking about some slave shit. And we was part of the chain gang out here picking cotton and potatoes. Ain't no way.
They still doing it. They still fucking doing it. They just spent the game up.
Some shit. And we were doing this shit 20 years ago.
Yeah, modern day slavery. Bro. Yeah, 13th Amendment created modern day slavery when they ratified it and hijacked the Constitution. All right, so speeding up though. When they send them to jail, they contract out through major corporations like DMV, which is privately owned, and the DMV they make the jail guys make license plates for $15 an hour. They'll be in there making license plates.
You mean 15 cents?
No, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. They making $15 an hour, but the master take the check and pay them 15 cents a day. Or 5 cents a day, or 10 cents a week, or 10. So the jail profiting the money. So these people that they working outside of the jail, they making normal, regular, above minimum wage. They get paid above minimum wage, but their money is ciphering through the prison complex, right? And a whole bunch of more ways than one. Let me tell you how sinister these motherfuckers are, man. It's a sick game. Once they get them working for that $15 an hour, they might even be picking cotton or picking well, they really ain't picking cotton anymore because they got the jeans, but they may be picking like potatoes or either like man certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Look up Parchment, Mississippi. It's in the Delta. They got it. They got everybody out there. You still picking cotton. You still picking potatoes. You still picking watermelon. You still out hard farm. Listen, when they talk about how the peach is so pretty in Mississippi, that's the inmates that go back and they planted up under the damn tree, or they got the hogs where they out there fucking the hogs and they doing all the evil ass shit. These niggas, bro, the system is evil. That's why I hate niggas that they work in the penitentiary because they be working with them. Look up Parchment, Parchment, Mississippi, around 2020, I think 2023. Man, they take the Delta. We in the Delta, so niggas is already goofy. Niggas will sell you out for anything. Look at how many people were stabbed up in their cells because we were handcuffed up, and they gave the Aryan Brotherhoods the keys to come stab us up.
Damn,
man, bro, you talking about this shit, and it give me like little, but because niggas try to their life out. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to think about this shit. But I also want you to avoid this shit too, because this shit is designed to fuck you up, and then when you fucked up. But nobody looking at this shit is war, so ain't nobody gonna save us. We gotta save ourselves. Number one, ain't nobody gave us a game. But why the niggas still making the same mistakes? You gonna sell yourself out for the rest of your life? These niggas not
it's part of a game. Hey, it's part of the game. I'm gonna tell you, man. I read their whole dialogue on how they set us up. It's part of the game because it's on purpose. To keep you in this loop, it's on purpose. It's purposely done. They thought of it strategically. They sat down in a think tank and said, "We got to do this to them. We got to set this shit up elaborate." That's who these motherfuckers are, man. I'm telling you, man. They real sick bastards. Check this out. Once they get you down there, look, like I say, they making minimum wage, but the jail taking all the money and then only paying them 15 cents. Now, when they get them in the jail, they got what they call stove. This is another angle. That the food's so bad, you gotta have stove, or pretty much you don't survive unless you're in a nice, like the feds. The feds is a little different. The feds got better food. Them niggas eat honey buns on their breakfast tray. Look, listen, tell you, man. If you go do some time, the feds is the place. Look, the feds got on their breakfast tray, just on their breakfast tray, nigga got a honey bun, some eggs, grits. Some nigga might have some French toast, some bacon, and some orange juice, nigga, and some like one of them push-up orange. Yeah, on the feds. In the feds, the lunches is better, the dinners is better, but the jail, regular prison, and the fucking county, man, that shit is bull straight ass and flop.
Tripping, bro, you tripping. You said you Washington, right?
Yeah.
You Ansar Community, right?
Yeah.
Ansar Community ain't good. We ran that bit. Listen.
No, I'm talking about like, you talking about the Muslim,
regardless, we run that motherfucker, so we gonna eat good. You put us in Afghanistan, we gonna eat good. You put us anywhere, we gonna eat good. Go ahead though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like when you got a little crew that's like the Ansars or the Muslims.
You know the ancestors, the elders that already did. Like I came up under McLam and Bazir and all them. That's what I took my shot with. So these dudes are already big black guerrillas, but they also big in the Ansar community. And they ran the Muslim community because you had the Nation of Islam, you had the Ansars, you had the it was other groups that I'm not too familiar with. Of course, you have 5%ers. Everybody came to Talim because that's the way out to get away from the ignorance. Everybody came to Juma because, you know what I'm saying, and that's where we congregated with more what we call conscious. Of course, we thought because that was the most freedom we got from slavery. Was the group is all as Islam. You see what I'm saying? But the Ansars aren't Muslims, they're the helpers of the Muslims, and we're supposed to be affiliates. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but that means we already like those elders had already they did cases for us. Like they had already fought the system, and one right saying we don't eat what they eat. We can pray how we want to pray. That's why
That's
I say
right. That's right. You right. You right about that. You right about that. That's in some prisons. That is right. That is a lot of people sacrifice a lot of things to get shit. You know.
When they passed the laws, we were talking about laws, like on some erotic shit, right? When they talking about laws, that was not statewide, that's nationwide. That's where Mississippi, just like you said, Angola, look up Parchment, look up Greene County, and all those changed the world. You see what I'm saying? Because and when you look at Walnut Grove, when you talk about selling people, look up private facilities, especially in Louisiana. I came up between Gulfport and Louisiana, New Orleans, right? Mizzou.
Yeah.
They were building all them private facilities. How do you build a facility and know it's going to survive 25 years in the future? By getting kids and keeping the motherfuckers in there. They were scooping kids off the street and giving them 25 years, 15 years. Then they put the music out there, make it sound like that shit was cool. Yeah, I'm gonna send my youngin. By the time he get out, he's still gonna be young. Bro, they were tricking us off the street.
Yeah, it's game.
It's psychological
that's
warfare.
Part of that. You were right on the money. That's what it said in their documents, how they was gonna do it, snatch the kids. And then another thing too, like I said, the food is like shit, but you say like you was eating good with the stove, right? But this the game that I'm trying to point out about the stove. The way they charging you for the same, say like the same, say like some shit up in there, out like the same shit, it's like a honey bun, right? A honey bun out here say it's $1.50, right? In there, nigga, that honey bun is like $5, $10. Like they so you only making 15 cents an hour or 15 cents a day, and then you make stove once a month. Some prisons they go every 2 weeks. I heard every weekend. So if you're nice guys, they come every week, right? They're gonna really clean you out and make money out for you. So they charging you. They said that they marking everything up 600% in the prison. Everything is marked up 600% in the prison, and then they making you pay. They be only paying you 15 cents a day off of. Say you may be making $200 a day on the job because you work at 10 hours, 8 hours, 9, 10 hours shifts, 12 hours in some jails. What's $12? What's 12 hours times $15? Shit, that's what 2 hours would be 30. Boom, 6. See, that's almost $200 a day, but you're only paying you 15 cents to that. What kind of sinister shit is that, Rish? I'm telling you, man, that's some that's some twisted shit. Huh?
Hey,
they only paying you 15 cents out of it. Huh?
You were talking them yams and zoozons that when you said that I was in the store the other day and I saw them Mama's Good peanut butter cookies. And I looked at it, that's a wham and zuzu. They say, baby, that's nasty as hell. I said, baby, that gets killed.
They should get you shanked in jail. A honey bun with icing on it. It'll get you shanked, man.
No, you can't eat them honey buns now. You know about them.
Yeah, the honey buns icing.
The icing
hey, them honey buns, them honey buns with the icing on it, and then they put peanut butter on it. Man, selling them, having a whole bunch of them to sell. Shit, nigga. And then
hold up, T. I want you to catch this real quick because somebody said that's why it's romanticized and glorified. You said you came up in Angola?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. I ain't go to Angola is for people that got life.
Oh, where you went?
Huh?
Where you go?
I went to a military camp, a military jail camp, yeah.
Okay. Somebody said that's why. Well, you can't romanticize or glamour because everything in there is horror, terror. That's what you live in 24/7. Ass beatings. If the police ain't beating your ass because they can, and this isn't it's abuse. It's 24/7 abuse. It's mental breakdown. Unless you in like a RID or a protection program or somewhere like a private facility, like what they call them, like a satellite. Satellites. But everything else is
satellite camp. That's what I did. My satellite.
Fight for y'all kids, man. That's why I say fight this shit, bro. Because they do evil shit to them kids, bro.
Yo, another thing they do, once they got, they charging marking everything 600%, batteries, whatever you got, whatever kind of outside product is getting marked up 600%. So if it's like $1, it's $6 in there. If it's out on the street, it's $6 in there. All right. Then, not to mention, they said that they're gonna set it up to where when they get out, they can't really get a job, and then so that puts them back into the predicament to bring them back into the system. So, and they said that they gonna set up agent provocateurs. You know what an agent provocateur is?
Mm-mm.
It's a person that they sent out to go do crimes or commit crimes. All right, so they said when they police gonna be set up to go as agent provocateurs, meaning they quota cops. These motherfuckers are quota cops. They gotta hit a quota. Now that's not that might not sit in on what's going on here. But if you a cop and I'm telling you, you gotta have 25 arrests and you gotta have 35 tickets by the end of this month, and you fired. That's a whole nother system. That's a system based on money and revenue. That ain't no system based on justice. It's like I gotta go harass, and then so what they go do? They pull up right in the black community and start pulling black people over just for little. Oh, he turned his signal on. Oh, he turned the signal on too early. Oh, he had one of them incense around his window that blocked his view. Oh, he looked like he was digging around and he stopped at the stop sign too long. So that's why you get all of these bullshit tests, because they are fucking agent provocateurs who are forced to go out and hit quotas. They quota fucking cops, and they define codes and regulations that's being break so they can make money. So they can bring you in for half of the people that's getting brought in, they getting fucked with by cops who gotta hit quotas or get fired. Now, what type of system? What type of system is that? A system where you gotta have where a cop is told if he don't fucking go find and make crime, that he gonna be fired. You know what I'm saying?
Now, you talking about Dirty Moors, right? You talking about Dirty Moors? You say Dirty Moors too, but that's why I say, because the cops they sending for you ain't the white man no more. It's gonna be these country ass, dumb ass niggas that, especially the adults, they ain't got no other jobs. So their jobs become police officers and COs. Now the sick part is, how y'all do your own people like that? They need to be first of all, and like we've been trained to hurt each other all this time, but we don't be hurting the right people no more. You see what I'm saying? It's weird. The Klan ain't never been classified as a gang. Ain't under no kind of the Ku Klux Klan can do a lot of shit to this day. Now I personally sound like Simon Says, motherfucker. I personally for all the black churches y'all bombed and killed all the black kids for Black History Month, since we talking about Black history, right? For all the kids that y'all killed and all the people y'all raided, y'all ain't ran down on no synagogues out here yet. Just saying. But I'm trying to challenge everybody manhood real quick. Bottom line, stay out there, bitch. It ain't nothing nice. You damn right. But that also goes back to what we were talking about stupidity. At this point, niggas making the same mistakes. Now niggas are slow. Now a lot of niggas are slow as fuck. You can't tell them that, like, damn, nigga. But a lot of niggas is crackheads too. They crack babies. Or
like most of the crimes, most of the shit is just like simple shit. Like most of the youngsters now, they just get caught up with guns and weed, right? Because they ain't really fucking with the crack no more. So what it is they got all these ordinance and city ordinance and rules and regulations. And so with the quota cops, so say like this, normal youngsters, because the NBA YoungBoy and all them, they gonna have some kind of gun with a switch on it, or stinted clip. They gonna be smoking weed. Now he riding around doing it. We never did ride around smoking in the car. We always smoke our shit in the backyard or the garage, and then we get in the car, bump the music and ride. We ain't never smoke in the car. Niggas do that because they give them proper cars, the police. But this youngsters is doing this, and so just imagine a cop coming in, and then a group of cops, and then his captain is saying, you know what I'm saying? His captain is saying, y'all gotta have a quota. Y'all gotta hit a motherfucking quota, or else I'm firing all you motherfuckers, right? So they go right to the black community, right? They go to the black community and they fucking attack these youngsters who got these guns or riding around smoking dope.
Because I used to have a Cadillac, stupid, right? The first car I bought was a Cadillac. And I used to do dumb shit because I was young. Niggas was using me as a mule going back and forth, right? I'm not knowing. I'm thinking I'm listening to rap music. They're conditioning you think this shit normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing a lot of stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, same place, it was no proper cause. These police are rapists. These police are pieces of shit. This what I'm trying to get to. I'm like New York. First off, I'm not Mississippi no more. I say what the fuck I want to. New York got half the crackheads pregnant down there. That's why a lot of them going back. He fed the system the Genghis Khan way. He made some babies and said, "I'll make sure." The New York, the undercover officer in New York that stayed in Gaston Point. They ain't nobody got that yet. Just saying. They stay over there in the quarters.
Somebody said something about training day.
Damn. These niggas is evil, bro. My point is, fuck the system. I ain't even trying to all I'm saying is be smarter. I ain't even trying to say
don't get fucking tangled up into
own laws. We got to take care of our own shit, because when we do get our own shit, that sexual offender shit, we gonna gavel. We got a damn that's law. You see what I'm saying? If motherfuckers fucking with kids shit, we offer their heads. We do what the NSAR did, right? We go ahead and ready for them. Now, outside of that, what is crime? Because we're gonna have food. We ain't gonna do all the stealing shit. We already know we don't have to do the stealing shit. Of course,
crime is commercial.
If we go back to the Mississippian ways, right? We box.
Yeah.
If they violate, what they gonna do? They gonna DP you.
Hey, you know the Black Panthers was doing it. The Black Panthers was doing it, but the government, the COINTELPRO operation said, "Nah, we don't need them. We need them in our system. We need our police beating them and locking them up."
Can't fight and wonder why. But we grew up getting beat up. You see what I'm saying? We didn't have to listen. We get beat up, shake hands, all that good stuff. You see what I'm saying? Oh, damn, bro. The police the most evil motherfuckers on the planet, bro. The government is most evil.
Hey, it's by design though. Hey, you know, hey, my bad, but it's by design because they're trained to be agent provocateurs. Like I just told you, they're trained to hit quotas. They're trained to hit numbers. So it ain't about justice and protecting and serving. Like they talking about the police protect and serve. The police means the pole and the least to fucking reap havoc on the pole and the least of us, right? The pole and the least of us. Because them motherfuckers, look, they are not they are not public servants. Some of them are in their mind, but technically they are policy police, policy officers. They're not really even an officer, because there ought to be an officer, you got to be elected. They really policy enforcers. That's what they are. You want to start calling police what they are, policy enforcers. What policy is he enforcing? He's enforcing the state franchise corporation policies, and they are trained. They're trained to intimidate you into contracts. Their whole game is to pull you into a contract system. That's why they want to see your ID. Why they gotta ask? Why every time they ask for ID? Why? Because they want to make sure you got a contract with them before they get to slamming you on the ground. And then if you don't got, if they don't get it, they still handle you bad under color of law and under assumption that you got a contract with them because you walking on in their franchise imaginary state of existence. So that's why when the police pull up on you, every time, no matter what it is, oh, let me see your contract. Don't worry about, don't say ID and license no more, because they saying the agent provocateur is what they are, and they are saying, let me see your contract, your state contract. It translates into, you got some license, you got some ID. That translates into, let me see your state contract. Oh, he got a contract with us. Oh, since he got a contract with us, now we can charge him. You know, they charge batteries. They call a charge assault and battery. They got these charges, assault and battery. And no, just look at the different words, terms they use when they're giving you putting the crime on you. Charge, assault, and battery. It's all dealing with energy. They put you into a cell. Right, a cell is dealing with a battery. They know that humans are biological batteries, and they know, huh?
You said some shit because you're around steel and concrete all day.
Yeah,
And
all day.
it's a battle. Damn. You know, you ping ponging up that bitch.
Yeah, hey, you know why niggas be so swole up in there? It's because it's so much negative energy. You got so much energy pulling you down. There's so much the gravity is heavier in jail. The gravity is heavier in jail because of so much concrete, so much metal, and so much negative mindset. As far as, man, I'm trapped in here, or some niggas like, oh, I ain't never getting out, so it is what it is. It's like the mindsets in there is different. For not everybody is like that. Most niggas like, oh man, I'm keep my head up, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Like, but most of the mindset in there is a negative mindset. So it's a weighing down energy. So that's why people come out of there so swole, because they got to push against so much gravity and so much negative energy. So they come out of there looking like Buff Bagwell. When they come out of jail, a lot of people that work out to try to every day to keep themselves out of in the game, they call it the programming. Now check this. So that's another mechanism within prison. Then they talk about the booty game, the dropping the soap. Most of that shit is all just hype, really. Most people that get their booty took usually give it up willingly in jail. You know what I'm saying? Nigga want to give his booty up. You know what I'm saying? He been thinking about it for a while. He just finally gave it up. That type of thing. You know what I'm saying? But so the real man, you know, stand on whatever. And then, but in some cases in jail to where it's a mechanism where if you get accused of a child crime or a crime against children or old ladies and stuff like that, some jails you wouldn't probably make it. You get done because they want to see your paperwork when you get in there. And if your paperwork say you did, like Arisha was just talking about the children, if your paperwork say you was messing with some children, man, you like in Louisiana prisons, California prisons, Mississippi prisons, Florida prison. Huh? Go ahead, Arisha, you were saying something?
It don't even be no paperwork. Like, we don't need no paperwork. It's gonna be on your ID. You ever got an ID card? You got to swipe that motherfucker and get everywhere, right? So because you got a barcode, you're no longer a human being. We were talking about your battery number, and you got a barcode. Your barcode is whatever you know what I'm saying. Your barcode is. Yep. So it's like, nah, man. My bad, bro. Go ahead.
No. I was going about to like to say you can see it on the ID now where they say, oh, he's a molester or whatever. Man, them type of guys right there.
Tell you charge. Listen, somebody gonna see that ID because you're gonna be in the medical line or you got to go in the child line, you got to go in the canteen line. Somebody gonna see that ID, and if somebody, like I say, everybody kind of cooking anyway. So the canteen person, they gonna see your ID when you pass, and they gonna look at it. And they go,
oh.
Or the laundryman, he gonna see your ID. Somebody gonna see that ID.
Yeah, that's gonna be bad for business.
So then we're gonna shoot a little kite, and then we get the little kite. Listen, you gonna pay? What you wait? Or you ain't? You know what I'm saying? You choose. It's not designed for you to win.
Yeah. Some niggas stand up for this, but you know what I'm saying? Like in some prison, usually you have a hard time till you show what you know what.
What he saying? Believe in overwhelming force.
What he say?
We don't believe in one-on-one. We believe in overwhelming force. When the order comes down, it's just that's what it is. Look, you do what you're told. Everybody will act like that, bro. I seen a couple. Listen, I'm gonna call it out. Like we be talking about them dirty Moors all the time, right? Judge Whitfield. Look up Judge Whitfield. What he did to the kids, bro. Judge Whitfield was selling kids to the penitentiary. They caught him and sent him to prison. That means they was supposed to return all those kids he sent to prison, but you didn't because he sent too many. He fed your system. I just told you New York was getting crackhead women pregnant, raping them, not getting pregnant. He was raping women, getting them pregnant. Their kids are running around. He sent the future generation to prison. He knew exactly who to bust.
Wow.
That ain't evil, bro. I'm to my niggas at this point. I ain't even got to the white man yet. You see what I'm saying? Evil. Yo, you called me out. I remember when we first met. You called me out. You said your last name was Washington, right? Washington. And you said, yeah. Everybody be screaming it. Ain't answer because they say the answer. No, I'm a big dog in the big dog.
Yeah, I'm a direct descendant. I'm directly connected to the Empress. Like my granddaddy. His name Charles Washington. To her husband. His name Charles Washington. He was a Turner. Yeah.
Well, my people are Lundys and Greens and Mason. So the cool thing about
my daughter, Wendy Washington.
These my people, my cousins.
But the cool thing about mine is I'm like a little Trey 5 to say the least. I do a lot of security.
Let me go make sure my door lock because my girl just went out to go to the work. I mean, make sure the door lock. And then I'm just keep on going.
Yeah, man. My thing is fuck the system. Right now, the biggest way to say fuck the system is to stay smart, educate people, especially your kids. Make sure they don't make dumb mistakes. Make sure they ain't around people that make dumb mistakes. Right now, I think the biggest thing we need to get into these herbs and fighting back the system. You know what I'm saying? We know we ain't about to fight these people with no guns. We know we ain't about to fight these people like we've already lost their war. They got cameras everywhere. Look up Flock. Right now, I think we should like dead serious learning about them herbs. Like they say, the black mustard seed, the black poppy seed, High John the Conqueror. High John the Conqueror keep police away from you. Bobby Hemmick told us a long time ago to get you a black top hat and put in the back of your car. And you put that in your car, that'll keep police away from you. Also, obey the road rules. Learn, like, why are we so dumb where we have the rims and the cars and the loud music? Fuck all that shit. Stay out these people way. Stop making dumb mistakes. Don't make no emotional mistakes. I'm steady watching the news, and all I'm seeing is family hurting family. That's the craziest shit to go to prison for the rest of your life for. Family hurting family, baby mama hurting baby daddy, kids hurting. Like, I saw way too many times today that a son shot their father. A brother shot their brother. It was just a lot of weird shit. Like, y'all not even killing nobody for real. Y'all killing y'all family and spending the rest. They got the 2-for-1 deal.
Hey, you know something else? You know something else? That I forgot to tell you about. Oh yeah, so like these suckers, man. Not only that, I'm gonna tell you how gruesome these suckers are with the prisons. So now, once they got them at the prison, they serving them bad food, treating them like pretty much like a dog. Like a dog, right? Lower than a dog. The police dog get better treatments, right?
Sure.
If you kill an inmate, yeah, the police dog get better treatment. So they get 30,000 in between 20,000 to 75,000, depending on what their crime is and what state they in. Every in tax dollars, the prison get that money. Say like they get $30,000 a year from tax paying dollars out of the franchise corporation. They pocket that money. They pocket that money. You thinking they spending $30,000 on an inmate, for his food and all that and the clothes? Nah, they give him slop for food. They give him fucking clothes like that's thin as hell. A mat that's a thin ass, hard ass mat. And some thin ass sheets. That shit is cheap as hell. All the whole jail system is cheap as hell. Yeah. And you think you spend 30,000 on a guy?
Don't give me
how much money?
Don't start on the blood thing, bro. They selling our blood. They selling plasma. Bro, why do they take our blood, bro? In Louisiana, a lady told me something. She was like, "They know your blood type. They already know who you are and everything else." She said, "Well, before this one, I was in New Orleans, and my sister-in-law, she was like, She was real powerful. Like, people be having different kind of powers. One dude, he could read your nose. This sister, she could look at you. She just said something. She said, "How many times did they take your blood when you were young?" And I said, "They used to take it off by being in jail. They take my blood." She said, "They don't just take everybody's blood as soon as they go to jail. Just be taking your blood and They were taking our blood and selling it. They do a lot of weird shit, even with the medicine and everything else." Bro, this shit is wicked as shit. When you look at Wackenhut,
they selling sperm. They were collecting guys' sperm in the fucking prison. Black dude's sperm.
Them niggas probably get that to them for free. They fucked up in the head. But no, I remember one point in time they came and did the mouth swabs on everybody nationwide. They did mouth swabs and just to do DNA. They had already talked about that DNA database years ago, like about 20 years ago. Yeah, I'm telling you, this shit wicked, bro. Yeah, man, look up Judge Whitfield. Shame him. Look up Judge Whitfield and when he went to prison. Because for all the people he sold to prison, they still sent him to prison for like 6 years. But that did like he
all them babies. He sent to jail.
Judge Whitfield, Melvin Cooper, like they'll sell you right clean out. Oh, it's unfortunate. Yeah, they go there.
So I worked at the prisons. Unfortunately, they give up booty. Yeah, they give up the booty. Easy, man. Booty is easy in jail, man. Most guys want to give their booty up. But like I say, the 30,000. The 30,000. Say they get 30,000 for the guy.
they only spending like $300 a year. Look, if you go look at it, the AI gave me the numbers, right? I'm gonna drop a tape on it tomorrow. AI already gave me the numbers, and they said they only spent $308 on that prisoner out of the $30,000 that they get.
And then in some prisons, they got them working where they grow their own food and raise their own shit, like in Angola. So they don't gotta buy no outside source food. They gotta eat a little bit better though. But it's like this. So the 300, so he making 30,000. The private owned prison making 30,000 per prisoner. He only paying no more than $308 for all the shit that the prisoner use all year. And then not only that, he working the prisoner like a slave through a private corporation where he making 15 cents a day, and then he pocketed $200 a day. Look, they making no less than 150, and then they tax exempt a lot of prisons. That's another thing. Okay, so he making because he making tax, he get paid off of tax money, so he tax exempt. So he making $30,000 minus the 380 plus $150 a day working that prisoner through a private corporation. He making $150 a day off the prisoner for 365 days. So how, and for the 30, so you just do $150 a day times 360 days, and then do the plus the 30,000, and then subtract $308, and then you see how much money they making off a prisoner every day. A prisoner once they get 1 year in prison, just for 1 year in prison, they making almost, how much money can you make? $150 for 6 days a week. That's $700 a week times 54 weeks. $700 a week for 54 weeks, and then plus the $30,000 from the state. They making over $200,000-300,000 a year, close off of one prisoner. It depends on what he is. So you thinking that they ain't trying to get them beds full? They make less than $200,000 a year, huh?
They be having them like sardines. You got 2 on the mats and 2 on the floor.
Yeah, because everybody that's in there is worth $300,000 a year. Modern day slavery. Man, prison is the biggest fucking hustle, biggest business going, the most profitable business pretty much in the United States. The most profitable business besides the hospital game is the jail game.
And then now that goes into, that's why the music's so stupid right now. That's why, bro, come on now, me and you, let's talk. I'm glad you brought this shit up. Let's talk. Yeah. You ever seen a nigga get out early in the feds? How are all these rappers getting?
That's rare. That's rare unless he snitch. That's rare.
Bro, you can take these youngsters because they stupid as shit and ain't nobody really just did no time. And you ain't getting out on probation on the feds. How is didn't fair charge? Didn't Pooh Shiesty have a fair charge? Now y'all know the whole rap industry. All these
you can do 5 years,
bro.
You can do 5 years. You can get out on probation on the feds because in the feds you only got to do 85% of your time. You only got to do 8. Huh?
Who you know got 5 years in the feds?
Well, a lot of people. I know a lot of people. I know some people that got 1 year in the feds, 2 years in the feds. It just depends on what their crime was, and it was a federal crime, huh?
Mississippi hit your ass. They hit you like dominoes. 10, 15, 20.
Yeah. Now, most time in the feds, you usually get 10 and up, right? The most people you hear about 10 and up, 30, 40, mostly 10 and up. But sometimes, like if you got it depends on what the charge is. Like when you talk about Rollo in the feds to get out 5 years, Rollo was doing weed. Weed really technically ain't that legal. I mean illegal. So he 5 years because he got the feds because of how much how much it was, like 200 pounds, 300. Once you get a certain amount of pounds or a certain amount of crack, like I think 28 grams of cocaine is fed. Like crack cocaine is federal in some states. But then in other states, it might be two ounces of crack. 2 ounces of crack cocaine is feds, right? Mm-hmm. So it depends on what the level of the crime is. But you in the feds, in most cases, you got to do at least 85%. So if you got 10 years, you do 8.5. You could get out the other 1.5 on like a probation or
something like that.
State must be different. Mississippi Fed time is mandatory.
State different from the feds, but
So
they
I'm saying-
both do probation.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen nobody in feds have get 85%. Not Mississippi. Mississippi and Florida,
85%.
fed time, whatever you get is mayonnaise. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think you're gonna get no work.
In some situations, whatever you get, you gotta do the full time. That is right. But a lot of them people get out in the feds and they be in the halfway house until they, when they say like he got like my cousin Kenny right now, he just did 14 years. He got out and now he working at the halfway house. He drive trucks, but he did 85% of his time, and now he got to finish the rest of the time, a little bit of time at the halfway house, and then a little bit of time at the papers. So yeah, they usually my brother-in-law, he did 10 years in the feds. Both of my brother-in-law did. My cousin did 10 years, huh?
No, the reason I brought that up is because when you listen to the music is directly. Now you old enough to remember when we were coming up. That's what motivated us to be smart. You know what I'm saying? We had the Nas.
Yeah. Nas. Yeah, I like Nas.
A whole lot of shit like the shit. So Nas and everything else. But right now, everybody in the world think we the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. The Republicans are laughing in our face. They have full-grown racist tweets calling us all sorts of shit. The president say racist. The whole world think we the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. So why don't we level up, duck off, get away from these people, let them kill each other? They already they already have a zero birth rate. They'll be out of here in about 50 years. I guarantee it.
Right.
I'm gonna be out of here in 50 years. Now we need to go ahead and pivot and get a good foundation for what's coming. Because now you got to worry about all those predators that's coming. Because we damn sure don't want the Khazarians, they already here, but you damn sure don't want them posting up next door to you.
Man, you know what I say? I say if you
the war against each other, how long? You already know how many people when you were young have you hurt that look like you? You know what I'm saying? But we scared to hurt everybody else.
Yeah, I think that you talking about like I think that the people if you a criminal or you doing something that they say that's illegal, but they doing it long as you don't got no license, right? I say you got to be the smartest, wisest guy in doing it, meaning that you got to know all the ways that they can fuck with you and not let them fuck with you them ways, not let them pull you over, none of it. Look, man, I know some people that do this shit, that the cops get behind them, man, they finna have they taking 12 on the they going 12 finna go on the run. 12 finna have to chase them. Man. They ain't finna pull up. They got too many keys in the trunk, huh?
My brother stay doing that dumb shit.
That's what I said. Like, yeah, he gonna run. He gonna run, man. Look, I know some people that ain't gonna sit there. They gonna run, bro. But it's like this. They created this system for us to feel the what we were. They tell us in order to get ahead in life, you got to go to our colleges. If they colleges, they inject you with the Spanish Inquisition. In order to see you doing, they set up the traps and lower us into them, and then act like they don't know that they did it, that they set us up to go to jail. They set us up to get time. They set up a lot of the niggas in Mississippi. They get shit planted on them, man. Mississippi, they plant shit on you down there, boy.
That's why I said it's not even
plant your ass into the grass too, huh?
I do respect. That's why I always respect when I be talking about some of the Moors. They used to get my nerves because the Moors are sitting and be like, "Oh man, the laws and this," and some of that shit be factual, especially when it comes to rights to travel. When you talk about right to travel, that scared the courts. Because when I started, going back and forth before the court, I'm like, y'all about to stop fucking with me. I did bring some of that more shit into the court one time, and they straight up told me, listen, you don't want to go down this rabbit hole. We're gonna let you go today. Get out of here now. Because my I passed the papers to everybody in there, but everybody ain't gonna follow through anyway. So I made myself a target because I was in there. I had copied it down. You have a right to travel. So I was telling everybody, because how many people got traffic tickets in this motherfucker? Ain't no way all of us in this motherfucker doing some crazy shit. So they were hitting us for everything. Like I said, they're gonna get you for whatever.
They're trying to intimidate you. Say you know. Yeah, you better get on out of here with that. You're gonna expose.
The big thing is, I'm the Department of Defense from now on out. You know what I'm saying? Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I just told him, Bobby Hemmett told us a long time ago, do what? Keep a black top hat in the back of your car. That keeps a lot of people away from you anyway. You know what I'm saying? Keep you some high John the Conqueror. John the Conqueror don't like being locked up. Ogun don't like being locked up. So always we got to start giving tributes to the railroad tracks. You see what I'm saying? Start giving tribute to, especially Ogun, especially High John the Conqueror, because while they putting that whip back, High John's the one watching over us and making sure these people ain't doing fucked up shit to us. You see what I'm saying?
So you said you were gonna give us the game on how to get out of the court, beat the court with the using our voodoo ancestor magic. What's your game on that? You said you're gonna let it kick your down for.
Get you some black poppy seed. Get you some black poppy seed. Get you a little bag like this. Get you some black poppy seed and black mustard seed. Put them in there. Do not waste this in your house. Put it in there. And you can go get you some devil shoestring if you want to. Devil shoestring be kind of good in there too. Put it in there, tie it up. You just seen somebody in the comments had just said they've already tried it. I don't just be talking to hear myself talk. Like I'm deaf to all of our enemies. You see what I'm saying? We don't get them out the way. But the only way we can do this, be scared of this. We have to learn this because this was the counter they're doing. They're doing big juju on us.
Yeah, they big ones.
Their juju. Listen, bro, mother don't understand karma. These motherfucking crackers are so smart because they actually tap into some ancient Hebrew shit, right? There's backsetting karma, right? The backset on karma is we allow the lower level crackers to do some fucked up shit to the melanated people, right?
Yeah.
Now, once you get reincarnated, whatever, we can in turn do it to y'all white people. Look what Epstein Island, right? Epstein Island was nothing but them getting abused. Right. Their side, that's their ritual. They're side tracking karma because they're punishing the dummies that be fucking with us.
Right.
You ain't peeping this shit.
Right.
They said they didn't even want black women on the island like that. Not saying that black women don't get abused because they still got other little fucked up shit. But bro, this shit gets so deep and wicked with their rituals are offsetting and prolonging their existence. And everybody falls. This is an old game, and they're offsetting it. Think about it. Everything that all those low-level white, it wasn't the high-level white people that did it to black Americans. Think about it. The highest grade of white man you think of is in Europe, and they abolished slavery hundreds of years before America did, right?
Right.
Now, America, the dumbest, you remember you just said in 1492, they thought the world was flat. They were sending prisoners out. We know this for a fact, right? Christopher Columbus was dumb as hell. She said, listen, take all them dudes out of penitentiary and go ahead and follow the side of the earth. They thought that the world was flat. They knew the world was flat. That's neither here there. They hit America and think the Indians, because the Indians is what? The Indians are the Nagas, the dark-skinned niggas with locks.
Yeah.
Look on
indigo people. He said indigo people, meaning dark skin. Yeah, indigo people.
Listen though, not the one now. I'm talking about the Nagas. When you look at look up Sambo and all them, you know what I'm saying? Not you can look up Buddhists, but look up ancient Buddhists. You're talking about Sambo. Yeah. So all the ancient Nagas looks just like us. They talk about, they're telling the prophecy on the walls. They don't want us to notice. All those stones. That's why the stones, man. All those the Nagas and everything is prophecy talking about us doing this shit right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, that's it. Listen, there's codes and seals. I ain't gonna say too much, but there's codes and seals all in the back of that eagle. It's behind the judge. Yeah. There's a Latin that goes around this crest. Because I don't know if it's crazy, right? But there's Latin. So I'm not just making that shit. Everything I'm saying, I'm just talking shit. Don't take me too serious. I'm just saying some shit. But we do know by fact that there's an eagle behind the judge, and behind the judge there's a crest that's going around the eagle, right? Now this is spell because they summon you, and you came because you're a dead entity, a dumbass, right? You're a dead entity, and they summoned you. Now, if you do what I'm telling you and throw it down, just see what happens. You see people in the comments say
he said black. You said black. Say it again because I'm writing this down. You said
black poppy seed and black mustard seed.
It would also fire.
You can get it from the stove, man. Our ancestors, our grandmothers, been put us on all this shit. We just did listen. Everything. Everything you need is in the kitchen. Everything I just said. You're in Louisiana. I learned all this from down there. This is old.
Oh yeah. Look, a lot of stuff. I got other ways. We use the sardine juice on the bottom of your shoes. But like I like to. But it's like this: as alchemists, and then with the new generation of our ancestors of the children, they create new. You could create your own spells. You don't gotta just do follow like the spells that work is good because it's some work don't if it ain't broke don't fix it, right? But the new generation, like me, I created a lot of new spells that I do that work. Not with jail. It was just mostly just other shit that I just every time I want to do something, I say, okay, I know the basic format, but let me add something else. Let me put some more pepper in this bitch. Let me put some more hot sauce in this motherfucker. Burn their ass up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they say in the comments. The reason I said that because we can make up stuff and everything else, but I'm giving you a guarantee. I didn't make this. Now, listen, we can make a lot of stuff up, but I don't got to reinvent the wheel either.
You don't got to reinvent the wheel. Respect.
I want you to look up High John the Conqueror. Do a video on High John the Conqueror. Why not tap in with him? Why not tap in with the ring and all these herbs? I'm telling you, it was grandmama's herbs. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, we can make up some shit, but this one right here is guaranteed. I've never lost. I wouldn't be here today. Never would have made it without. You know what I'm saying? All the other, I've seen too many people get fucked up praying to Jesus, Allah, SpongeBob, whoever they're gonna pray to. The answer, that shit getting done. You see what I'm saying? But then you got like you in Louisiana, you got everything right there. You know what I'm saying? As long as we start tapping in with them herbs,
somebody said sprinkle it. What do you somebody say sprinkle it in the court?
That's it. And that's it, bro. We ain't gotta talk too much. Just give me a thumbs up when you get home. Show me some love. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never let me down before. Shit, they telling you in the comments. I mean, I ain't gonna say too much. Also, like I said, man, tap into that High John the Conqueror. Police won't touch you with this. Police can't touch you with this. You'll knock anybody out with this. Man, I sent somebody. I was in front of the casino, bro. I've never had this before in my life. I'm bro. Never mind. But yeah, man, High John the Conqueror, bro. That's it.
Yeah, really, they systems is fraud, and it's all based on voluntary compliance.
That's it.
You got to volunteer for the game, but if you don't know how that you volunteer for the game, you pretty much they handing you a sucker when you walk in there. They hand you a blow pop. They hand you a blow pop when you walk in there, man. If you don't know that, hey, this shit is all contract. So where's the contract? If they got me in this system, where's the contract?
The contract is action. The contract is the action. When you are summoned, you came.
Yeah.
You can't summon me. I'm not dead. That's why I kind of do fuck with some of that more shit, because if you it's not on the damn money shit. Like a lot of more say don't fuck with the fiat, but give me $1,000 of fiat for me to teach you. That's why I'm fucking more.
It's funny.
When you do get in there, I'm studying the law because I ain't got enough time. You know what I'm saying? I'm studying the law and everything, and I'm also studying the stars. That's really what you're supposed to focus on. They're kind of on the stars, just like the Omega on the stars. Now, you study the law aspect because ain't nobody gonna help you. Listen, bro, you just said that all the lawyers are friends. That's why I said Melvin Cooper, because all they're doing is trading you out.
That's right.
It's all a stage, bro. It's a play. Remember, they get it from they're acting out the shit that's over there in Rome. That's why the judge had the little thing or the robe and everything. Now the white man's the bad guy. He's gonna be on this side. Now they don't too much care about the white and black thing. So you're back in the day, it was the white man was the damn the state.
Yeah.
And then your fake ass lawyers acting like, I'm here to help him and everything else. Melvin Cooper. They willing and dealing. This man, come on, man. Let me get this nigga right here. And then I'm gonna get him a cop out. Listen, his mom already gave him 50,000, but listen, don't even worry about that. Listen, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna get the money for him. I'll fight for 6 months, and then we'll go ahead and get him a cop out. And But when you do
exactly how they fucking do it.
When you do your own case, you have to look up illegal search and procedure, because sometimes they be going to your car and grabbing shit, and they didn't even you had no search warrant. You had no reason to search my car. My weapon. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
listen, that's
the Constitution is what they fucking that it's the rules that fucking butt fuck them back into position. The Constitution, the rules, like the Fifth Amendment, like you just said, that's the Fifth Amendment. They violating all of our rights because we don't. It's color of law. It's fucking color of law. That's what it is, man. They fucking agent provocateurs moving off of color of law and intimidation. And fucking and coercing motherfuckers in the contracts or forcing them in gunpoint into contracts. The cops are belligerent, police are belligerent foreign fucking occupation. That's what they are. Me and Rod already broke it down.
When you be talking about the Dirty Moors, I'm telling you, bro, I like they done beat my ass so many times. They took so many books from me because you got to realize the SR community don't play. So we had a crazy library. But back then, I had locks, and back then locks weren't really big in Mississippi like that. So they're like the Masons. It was them, the Black Masons. They'll fuck around and hair and fuck with you, but they also they run at rings to make little kids fight each other and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard about that too.
I'm an Aries, bro. You can't fuck with me. My nerves are already bad, and he was fucking my hair and some shit. I slapped his hand, but it was a reflex, bro. You know what I'm saying? They beat me, and dude, they beat me like a slave. It was Easter started saving me. It was Easter started saving me. Like, no, don't kill him. He only about 16. But they sent me to Camp 32C building. That's why I said, look up Camp 32C, but they sent me to death row because they thought somebody else was gonna kill me. You see what I'm saying? It's be evil, bro. But my mom in the military, they didn't know that because I just never like called home and cried for shit. So when mom was like, "Where my child at?" My mom in the military, she called the governor. She called the governor, and they were like, "Oh shit," you know what I'm saying?
So they got shit right.
Yeah, they got shit right,
man. So we know that it's a butt fuck game, pretty much to keep us trapped. And the reason why we saying all this is because I have a reason this system is getting ready to go down. Like it's a fraud. A lot of people's in jail right now. At least 70% of our brothers who locked up in jail right now are now for commercial crimes, not real common law crimes. They didn't rob nobody. They didn't fucking kill nobody. They didn't rape nobody. They didn't burglary, steal. All they did is sell, driving 2 kilos of dope. Selling some weed.
If you ain't got no, if a victim is, you can't go to a victim. Like I can't even explain that shit. You get more time for selling dope than you get for hurting children.
Yeah.
Y'all acted y'all ass on Diddy and y'all ain't said nothing about nothing yet. Nothing that's been exposed, but y'all acted y'all ass about that black man. And I said this a while back. They were like, "I can't believe you." No, it ain't about taking those sides. But y'all shit on Diddy, y'all shit on R. Kelly, and look what we're surrounded. Are we in Rome or what? Because y'all only got something to say when it's a black man. Y'all don't give a fuck. That's why
you trying to get somebody out of jail.
No,
find the contract that bound them in there. What's the contract that bound them in there, huh?
Hold up, I was just about to say that. We don't know. You don't just put that out there because somebody else might take it a whole nother wrong way, and you don't know. Some people ain't supposed to get out. So what you do is, I would tell you to talk to one of your elders in your community if you somewhere, and they might be able to help you more than we should. Because like I can teach you how to help, but we don't even know what person people in there for, and you gotta be careful. Somebody might take it, and you don't want the Jack the Rapist to get out of some shit. But the biggest thing,
I'm pretty sure if she asking about it, it's probably somebody she assumed to be innocent.
I get it. She got that, but how many other people got it?
Yeah, that's right.
Talk to somebody personally.
Hey, I got a playlist called on my page, on my YouTube page called Young Girls Law School Playlist.
That's right.
And in that playlist, it's gonna I gotta tape this, drop it tomorrow, and it's gonna go into more detail on her question. That's gonna drop tomorrow. It's about the prison and how to get people out. But it's already classes in that law school playlist on pretty much whatever the whole get down on how to do the federal habeas corpus is false imprisonment, because a lot of most people's in there because they volunteer. A lot of people's rights have been violated and they don't know nothing, so they say nothing. So you get their court transcripts and you get the bond that's bounding them in there, whatever the contract that they supposedly broke. And then you get them side by side to see where can you do a federal habeas corpus to say where they was their rights were violated. You know what I'm saying? False imprisonment.
You know what I'm saying now? Yo, free the Chiefs, man. Free the Chiefs. Free. Like, we still losing Black Panthers. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Man, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. You heard about that too?
Y'all trying to do right in the system that bombed the freedom movement, the freedom movement in Philadelphia. Them niggas was doing what we doing now. They just was before their time, so they bombed the city in Philadelphia. Or wait a minute, y'all thought I was about to say Tucson or Atlanta or Florida, because damn, how many places they bombed? We can't win in their system. It's not designed for us to win. Shit, we learned our systems. We ducked the fuck off. We cleaned that. Got stuff.
Somebody said voluntary compliance is insane. Yeah,
Hey, that's their whole system is like that because it's a fraud. So their whole system is fraud since 1790. So everything after that it's got to be. Do you agree to it? Do you agree? Because if you all agree, it ain't, then they can't fuck with you. But if you say like all IRS all the IRS is all voluntary compliance. You voluntarily sign a contract saying that you're gonna pay them a cut of your money to help them out. Where's the money going? To the Post of Rome. And then they get huh?
It's going to all the child molesters. That's where it's going.
Yeah, right? Yeah, pretty much.
You're funding it. Just know that when you pay taxes, what you're funding. Look what you're funding. Told you in Epstein, everything is an illusion. Everything never has to be made so clear.
And it's voluntary compliance. It's voluntary compliance, man. It's like you go in, they say, "Oh, you got to fill out this." It's like it's the compliance part is in order for you to get this job, you got to fill out this form, right? This 10W40 or whatever. But they don't tell you, hey, it's another form you can fill out where you can say, well, I don't want to pay you. I don't want you to get a cut. Why should I have to pay you? Well, everybody's doing it. Everybody's paying us. It's voluntary. Everybody's paying us. You should get out. It's like these motherfuckers, boy, they creeps. It's like a creep. It's like he said, well, everybody said that they was going to help us out. Help us out. Help them out with what? Help them out, child molest, all the shit that Arisha just said. So they got us voluntary tax where we can just say, you know what, I don't want to pay you shit. And I don't want to sign no contracts saying that I'm gonna pay you. They give it to you as if you gotta have this in order to get this job. But they don't tell you, hey, it's a 1090 or 99 and other forms that would get you out of the situation where they coming after you take more than 10% of your money.
Yo, Elder,
For nothing.
We had 131, right? Yo, so let's flip it on them. We talked about all the traumas. We talked about all the other bullshit, right? Now let's flip it on. Yeah. How do we beat this? Like, what's the solution? Like we talk about the problem all day, right? But how about this?
Yeah. Well, the solution is to become sovereign. That's one of the solutions. Become a sovereign, not a sovereign citizen. Sovereign citizen is oxymoron. You can't be sovereign and be a citizen. Either a sovereign. It's like one cancel out the other. So you become a sovereign citizen, secure credit, become the creditor instead of the debtor because you're in a credit system because we have no money since House Joint Revolution 192 and Executive Order 6102. We have no money, no real money. So everything is charged and discharged in this system. So once you figure out that you're not the artificial man, straw man, and that is just a fictitious corporation, and that you are the proper person to that is the real, holder of that estate that they created to put up as a pretty much collateral for a bankrupt government. Once you realize that, and then you unplug as a sovereign, and it steps to that. Some people say they don't want to do the paper, don't do the paperwork because the paperwork label you and make you a target. But this system is based on paperwork, and paperwork is how you get out. And some of them people are telling the truth as well. But it's like, they create this fear. What we got to do, it can't be just 1, 2, 3 people doing it. It's got to be us as a whole tribe do it. So it's no denying it. If you go as an individual, they're gonna single you out and bad jacket you, slap you around, and then hold you in front of everybody. See, he tried to get out of the system. Look what happened to him. It's that type of thing. But if 100, 200, 300 people, 1,000, 10,000 people do it at one time and unplug from the system, and they stand together as a unit, they unstoppable. But you doing it by yourself as an individual, and then not being a part of a community that's a part of it, you pretty much making yourself a target.
I say. Now I say this too. You said I got to show this off real quick.
Yeah.
You see what that is?
Yeah. That's a cat, right? Is it a cat?
No, that's Ra.
Okay, Ra. Yeah, it's a goal. 999. It's a goal.
Yeah, that's raw.
It's right there, man. Let me see that pace again.
Now, the reason I say this, I'm gonna show you something. How we gonna break this system, right?
Yeah, that's a 5 piece right there. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
goal. It's a goal 99.
It's exclusive. You saw it first here, right here. Before you see it, right here first.
It's definitely
Now,
exclusive.
the thing is, it's not about creating something new. I know you said earlier that we can do a bunch of shit, right? But like you said, to live like our ancestors, right? One, what did Black Wall Street do? They all had their own businesses. They all had their own businesses, and they all support each other's business.
Right.
What is how to do it? I'm gonna support Young Elders' business. Young Elders want to support Raw Head business, whatever. We gonna all support each other, one shape, way, or form. Right now, in our businesses, we're bringing something that's useful for the community. Whether it be community healing. Big shout out to all the herbalists. I've been to the Mayottes and so sophisticated. They're herbalists all around. That's growing food right now in the snow in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying? Growing, it's a lot of people out here really doing this shit. So we're connecting, like you said, and then just doing it. It has to be action. It ain't no talking. That's what's wrong with us now. We want to announce everything. Right. No, our ancestors really samurai shit. They really be on them shadows anyway. I'm telling you, it's not even far. It's not even far what we think. We can buy some of these properties, these foreclosed properties for cheap. That's been ducked off in the middle of the woods. So we want to be it. You just said that. Wait a minute. We just broke down that the cell was a battery, right? And we were the source of juice. We were the cobalt juice in that battery cell. But then you move to the big city with all the go to the country. Let's say 20 of us moving in one area, wherever it is. You say Shreveport. If 20 of us move to Shreveport and say, "Yo, Young Elder, where's the best? We need you to scope the best land or foreclosed properties where we can be ducked up in the wood and we can go and put some trailers out there or put some tiny homes out there, whatever we're gonna do." Now we're gonna put them trailers, tiny homes. Now we're gonna call them Mexicans and pay their ass 5 cents an hour to brick them up. You know what I'm saying? Now after that, now what are we talking about right now? You got your own land.
Yeah, Doc did that. Doc did that too.
No. Doc did it, but it was also you did it in a major city. But man, say this, he did it before it was a major city. Now people don't even realize that shit was so political. We talk about everything else, but we don't talk about that. He built Tamaray right where they was trying to build their highway. Think about Atlanta, bro. I hate it. It's an energy cycling place. They were trying to they don't remember this shit. So that's the thing. There's some of us that remember it, but at the same time, the same place at the end of the day, it's not about exposing it to the world. It's about ducking the fuck off. What did Wakanda teach us? If Wakanda ain't teaching that, they said, man, fuck everybody else. We're going to get our own little bubble and do our own thing. And we're in our own technology and our own shit. All of us need to work on our own craft. Step by step. If you're gonna be the educator, you're gonna be the best educator here. You're gonna be a sheikh out this motherfucker. You're gonna be a scholar out this motherfucker. If you're gonna be the lawyer or the car salesman, we need it all. We need electricians, we need plumbers, I just found out the guy that's in California, she's a carpenter. You know what I'm saying? If we're gonna be the best astronomers, we're gonna have our own community. It don't take much. It really don't take as much as we think it do. Get 20 of us duck off. If you got 20 people that fuck with you, see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. We all start businesses. We all support our businesses, and that's how I do. I'm telling you, bro, it's out there. Just by fucking with you, I met a lot of amazing people. That's real live indigenous people out here doing it. It's doing it. It's a lot of people. That's what I'm talking about. Outside of that, the proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Hey, how long we got on that website? How long you got to that website? Go to your website about another 2-3 weeks.
My wife's a perfectionist. She said about 2 or 3 months. She a Virgo. We got to put the middle because I'm now and she's no. We're gonna do it perfectionist. So yeah, I gotta respect that because
it gotta be fine because when soon as she get at lunch, we're gonna go live on our page, my page to redo it, right?
Yeah. Now we just know that we got to have everything right. We got to have because I know they be wanting us to fuck up, bro. As black men, we got to make sure everything is dotted I's and cross T's and all that shit. We got to make sure our shit is okay. So I'm trying to make sure that's exotic. I'm gonna make sure we have some shit that they ain't never seen before on there. Like I said, that was a coin. We could talk about coins, but what we gonna do with the coins? You can stack coins so you can make different.
Yeah, that's my question. Cause we only got like about 14 minutes. Let me ask you this. What's the update on the silver thing? Like where we at now with the numbers? Like where we at $100? Look at this.
Listen, hold on. Let me see something real quick. Silvers. Go to your Wix. You always go to your Wix.
Let me look at it real quick.
And when you go to your Wix,
The spot price for silver.
Yeah, I always go to I'm always on Forex Education Live. Forex Education Live. That's my favorite
Okay,
thing.
damn, my shit crazy.
Live metals chart, gold, silver, copper, zinc, aluminum, platinum. It's going back up. Since the market opened Sunday, it went up, I think, about $6 or $7. Is at 82.50-ish right now.
Okay, that's about the spot price because it's like 80. They were saying 80. I remember it went up to 126, I think it was last week or two.
That just shows you how they're playing with the numbers, because when they drop the price, who bought into it? They're building right here.
If you sold your shit, well, if you sold your, well, if you had it at the 80, right? Then you went up to 120, and then you sold it for the 120. You really like you made some money, but it's like the shit for the go. It's like it's just showing you what's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right now, it's the name of the game. I hate to say it because somebody hit me up and I was like, no, I had to slow down because I got to make sure I honor all my other agreements right now. I had to slow down because a lot of these people are out of silver. I'm going to physical locations. Listen, you can't trust. Don't trust your mail. Everything you send out in the mail right now, make sure you sign for it. You ask for signature. Pay that little bread for signature, because right now you can't trust the postal workers. All this shit you can't trust. They
jacking your shit.
Bro, so you can't trust nothing right now. It's about get your shit in order fast, immediately. I've been saying this shit for a long time. Okay, you didn't listen, you listen, whatever. Now, at this point in time, it's get whatever you get your hands on. At this point, look at Facebook Marketplace, because I'm telling you, a lot of these stores are shutting down because they don't have the physical demand for it. Because guess what?
Right.
When they dropped the price the way they dropped, a lot of people cashed out. They were mad of an illusionary number because people are dumb, bro. The number that it is now is still at $82 an ounce is still the highest it's ever been. Last year,
that's a good number.
Last year was $40 an ounce. You see what I'm saying? Shit, this year was $40. It was like $45, $50 an ounce. So no, not this year, but last year it was like that. You see what I'm saying? So this is that illusionary number. We said that because we're only saying illusion shit that they're trying to fuck with the wicks. So they said 25, and they said but they said the same silver, if it's one of the Silver Eagles, is 180 on the US mints.
Yeah.
Made another illusion that number, because we said it's 180. This coin is 180, and all y'all silver is 82. How you gonna tell these people what y'all shit worth if it's your shit? One, I'm gonna say that. Two, they also, like I said, bro, just right here in where I'm from, man, they're building solar panel plants all out here. You know how much silver you need for a solar plant?
Right.
That's just here. They're just in this country as town. They're building solar plants out here. Do you know what I'm saying? How many ounces of silver go in a bomb?
Right.
150.
They got enough fucking bombs. They got a lot of bombs, but shit. That silver, they finna try to go out of. They building these space. They need that silver to build on space stations.
Yeah, bro. And the AI shit. That shit is. Man.
The AI system. Yep.
Yeah, they most definitely need for AI. But also, man, just like I said, I don't always want to keep going back to the silver and everything, but that's the perfect opportunity to fuck up their system. Get nasty with it, invest in it, start your own bank. Get you some land, duck off. Outside of that, create your own reality. We don't have to be in their matrix. We do not have to follow their rules. You don't got to worry about them when you got your own systems, when you got your own store set up. What else are y'all out here chasing? Why are you in these people's face?
Man, yeah, look, I like the idea of stacking up silver as like, because it's like this. I'm gonna tell everybody, man, this is why this is important. What Risha's saying about saving up the silver. It's because the fiat money is not really money. The money you got 10, 20, 100,000 in your bank account, you crazy. You stupid. If you don't got no silver, turn half of that at least into silver. At least 70% of it, I think. I think if you got 100,000 in your savings account, you should spend 70 of it on silver. And then put that in a safe, because when that fiat money go out and when they switch over the system, and then the value already devalued. The value of $1 is devaluing every day, but silver is going up. So go ahead. What would you say something? What you gonna say?
Bro, this is freedom. When we said freedom, you said freedom from contracts. Get you some. Bro, you said freedom from contracts. Let me show you something different. Hold on. You don't have to just get with one thing. Like, you can get creative. God said create on this. That's why it's created on silver and silver and gold. You know what I'm saying? We weren't working with shit, we were creating with that shit.
Yeah.
You want them? Let's get these. You don't got to worry about no contract.
Yeah.
If you say
Yeah.
this is your service and I send this to you, or whatever your service, I serve and I'm in service. I pass you that coin like John Wick. Remember, John Wick paid for his whole tuxedo, bulletproof tuxedo with a coin. He paid for a bunch of exotic goods with a coin. He paid for everything he needed for a coin with a coin. I need a ride. Here's a coin. You don't remember that?
Yeah. I watched all of John Wick.
You say you want to get away from the contracts? You want to get away, get back to generational wealth? You want to get back to trust and everything else, and having something backed by something that if you do need to cash out, or that's right there. The nastier you get, the more creative you get. We can do this all day, G. You don't know what that is?
All right, then too, another thing too we need to work on is the trust. That trust. You said something about the trust. The trust is set up to where it protects the liability of the whatever you got set up to where they can't come after you personally and steal nothing you got. That's what the trust is, putting all your shit into trust. Your land, your house, your car, everything should be in a trust because this is the type of system. Matter of fact, I might need to do a whole class. I got classes on it. I got about 3-4 classes on it in my the law school playlist. But putting your shit in a trust saves it for generation after generation, and it pretty much is how you should operate, being that we in a system and how it's based on with the Federal Reserve and how they robbed us of all of our money, and how we operate really in a credit type system. All of your assets should be in a trust, not in your all caps. Not in your all caps personal not back in your personal estate. It should be in a trust. That way it can just be passed down for generation to generation, and the government or nobody can steal it from your kids or whoever you passing it down to. That's another thing. So but then you got, on the other hand, you got people saying, hey, well, if we got to set up a trust with them in their system, fuck that. I don't want to do no business. No, we got that, our outlaw rebel tribes. We don't want to do no fucking business with these guys. But I say, if you got it, a lot of the shit, like the houses and everything, they got it under their jurisdiction. So if you lock it into a trust, that protects it from their jurisdiction and keeps it in your family. You know what I'm saying? Your family. Rothschild's been doing it. Everybody's doing it. All the white people doing it. It's just they don't tell us. They don't tell the so-called white people. Go ahead.
They've been doing it. Now, hey, at this point, bro, if we fall for this shit, it's our fault. You know what I'm saying? We done seen the ancestors. We talking about we learn from the ancestors. I be hearing people be disrespectful of the ancestors. If you tap into the ancestors the way you say you touch the ancestors, we learn from the ancestors. We make the same mistake. And the thing was, our ancestors didn't make a lot of mistakes. They got bombed. Let's keep call it what it is. Man, we got to learn from the ancestors' mistakes. Right here down in Florida in Rosewood, they didn't make a mistake. They just got fucked up. Right there, they didn't make no mistake. The mistake was they were great. You know what I'm saying? The biggest mistake is for them.
That's cold. Well, that's a cold piece, Arisha. Their mistake was they were great. Damn. That's cold.
So we just duck the fuck off. We get our shit, get on some Wakanda shit, duck off. I know we out there. We all geniuses at the end of the day. We all gods. I don't say that shit lightly. Oh man, yeah, whatever. Yeah, man, we're about to get out of here, Chief, man. You got anything? You said what you got going for tomorrow?
Oh, tomorrow I'm gonna drop that tape about the prison complex. It's gonna break down, give you a whole breakdown on how the whole mechanism works, right? And when you hear it, you're gonna be like, man, these motherfuckers are creepy. They creepy how they set us up with this prison system and how it's all based on commercial crimes and about money. It ain't got nothing to do with justice. It's about how much money can we break out of them. And then when they arrest you, it's not arrest, it's kidnapping. They kidnapping you. And then when they hold you for bail, it's ransom. They holding you for ransom. I'm telling you, man, they holding you for a ransom. So what your people got to come by, bail you out, huh?
And every time you say that, I just got a tag team with you. Every time you say that, I'm gonna keep on saying this right behind it. Get you a piece of Hot John the Conqueror. They won't touch you no more. If you don't want to be touched, you walk the path with the Salat to Mustaqim, but at the same time, walk your little path, but at the same time, proper preparation for principal performance. Get your piece of Hot John. and they can't really see you. Get your top hat, they can't really see you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you're a good coach. You make a good coach, Arish. You make a good coach.
Yeah, you gotta get on some new shit.
Yeah, you make a good coach, man. The type of how you articulate things and make it plain. It's plain and simple, man. As simple as this. As simple as this. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate you, God, man. Most definitely appreciate you. It's love,
right.
man. Appreciate everybody in the tribe and clan, man. Outside of that, man, we going hard all week, man.
Yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Next update with another update for the clans. And peace and love, Ashe, Hotel, divine love throughout the boundless universe to all.
I see.
Free Malachi York.
Every rap is intentional, a reminder that we are all connected, from the cosmos to the core. Welcome back, family, to the frequency.
Here, we honor the stone people, the record keepers, ancient memory.
Tonight, we listen to our elders, the wise women, the seers,